Hello, men of God. This is David Bereit, and I got to know many of you in my previous role as the founder and the former CEO of 40 Days for Life, a pro-life ministry I was blessed to start and lead throughout its first decade, watching God grow it into the largest grassroots movement to end abortion in the entire world. Today, I advise high-impact organizations, I train and mentor leaders, and most importantly, after attending Mass with my beloved Catholic wife, Margaret, for 28 years, I am now an unapologetic Catholic convert. Yes, I am part of the team. You know, back in 2018, when I was going through RCIA, and it was a few nights before the Easter Vigil, and I had not publicly announced that I was coming into the church because I really wanted to discern God's will in the midst of this. But my wife and I went to dinner with some dear friends, and they're Catholic, and we shared with them that I was planning to enter the church a few days later. And the husband of this couple said offhandedly, "Oh, what a terrible time to be coming into the Catholic Church." I didn't have a response for him at the time, but that kind of struck me as an interesting comment from a very faithful Catholic couple. But the more I thought about it, and as I entered the church at the Easter Vigil, and over these last few years as I've received all the graces and blessings that have come from being a Catholic Christian, I've realized, no, it's not a bad time to be Catholic. This is an amazing time to be a Catholic. This is the best time, and I believe this is a divinely appointed time for you and me to be Catholic. When we look around the world right now, the culture is growing increasingly hostile towards everything that is good, that is holy, that is virtuous. The Catholic Church is under attack from all sides and unfortunately struggling under the burden of sin and scandal on the inside. Regrettably, the Church has lost much of the moral authority that is so urgently needed to take on today's greatest cultural challenges. Oh, and let's add on, over this last year, a global pandemic. Men, we were made for this very moment. Now, more than ever, the church, our wives, our families, and the world are clamoring for virtuous Catholic men to rise up, to influence, and to impact every segment of our society for Jesus Christ. We are called to become the world changers that we were created to be and to lead the change that is so desperately needed in our world today. The theme of this conference, what do I do in the face of adversity? It's simple. Become a saint. Become a saint. And when you look back at the lives of the saints, we realize that they weren't forged as saints in times of comfort and convenience. No, saints are forged in the fires of challenge and adversity. Saints are those who recognize and acknowledge, yes, there's adversity and crisis around me, but I acknowledge with my full being that with God, all things are possible, and then I take courageous action accordingly. And as you and as I become saints, we will help to renew the church. We will help to revitalize our families. We will help to revive the culture, and we will be able to hand on a better world to our children and to future generations. And one day when we arrive in our heavenly home and we meet our Maker, we can hear those words, "Well done, good and faithful servant." Men, this is our moment. And in this moment, there is one thing that each of us can do right now. We can help to spread the good news of Jesus Christ and His church to the world. You look at the current cultural situation and you wonder, how do we overcome all the division, the anger, the hostility? It's by bringing the light of Jesus Christ to a dark world. That's the solution. And you can help to make this happen by investing today in the world-changing and kingdom-building work of the Cincinnati Men's Conference. By now, you probably know that this event, the Cincinnati Men's Conference, was the very first Catholic men's conference ever to be held in the United States. It grew from a small men's group of 5 in Ohio to a conference that attracted as many as 15,000 men a year. Catholic men have traveled from far and wide across the country, coming on a pilgrimage to Cincinnati year after year to attend this life-changing conference. And then this one event sparked the creation and growth of other men's and as well as women's conferences across America and around the world. Literally, what started through this event has had a ripple effect impacting the lives of millions. Well, today this conference is run by the Catholic Speakers Organization, which in addition to this event helps with other Catholic events all across the nation and empowers more than 400 of the top Catholic speakers in the world to spread the good news of Christ and His church at parishes and schools and conferences and missions, retreats, banquets, and, yes, amidst COVID, reaching countless more through high-impact online events. So today, what I'm asking you to do is join me in donating to build on this powerful legacy and to expand the reach and multiply the impact of this life-changing and kingdom-building work, just like in the parable of the sower and the seeds, 30-fold, 60-fold, or 100-fold. Donate to this work, and let's help get the news about Jesus Christ to a desperate, starving world. If you're watching this conference online right now, right below the video where you're watching me at this very moment, you'll see a section where you can donate and support this conference. Pray about it. Ask God to guide you what He wants you to do with the many blessings you've been given, because to whom much is given, much is required. And then choose the amount that you feel led to invest into multiplying the impact of this work, and then click it. And a window will pop up where you can quickly and easily enter your information, your credit card details, and just process your gift. It's that simple. Now, for those in person at St. Ignatius Parish, if you have a phone or mobile device, get your smartphone and just simply pull up a browser and type in CincinnatiMen'sConference.com. That's CincinnatiMen'sConference.com. And when you go there, scroll down past the video, go to the section where you can donate, support the conference, choose your amount, select it, and you can make your donation right here on your smartphone. Now, recognizing that not everybody has a mobile phone with them or may not have a smartphone, maybe you have one of those vintage flip phones with you, whatever, that's great. But there are donation buckets at the back of St. Ignatius, so please make sure you make your most generous donation either there in person or at CincinnatiMen'sConference.com. Men, pray about it. Ask God to lead your heart on what He wants you to do, and then respond, "As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord." Make your most generous investment right now into the Cincinnati Men's Conference, into the work of spreading the good news of Jesus Christ and His church across America and around the world through hundreds of events and hundreds of speakers who are bringing the light of Christ to the entire world. So I will just send you forth as we prepare to listen to Father Mike Schmitz. Strap your seatbelts, it's going to be awesome. But men, what do we do in the face of adversity? Become a saint. That is the challenge, that is the call. And may God richly bless you and me on this journey.